Chiefs Kingdom, stop scrolling right now. Arrowhead just erupted with breaking news. And the first update drops in 7 seconds. Coach Andy Reid broke the silence. Offensive coordinator Bieniemy is stepping away from training camp following a shocking shooting incident at his family home in Virginia. But here is the critical payoff. Bieniemy is out of the ICU unit and making steady progress. While the locker room rallies together, camp reports are wildly misleading fans, and General Manager Brett Veach is making a high-stakes call on pass rusher Jadeveon Clowney. If you bleed red and gold, smash like and subscribe right now. We jump straight into the headlines. Shaking St. Joseph. Training camp in Missouri took a dark, unexpected shift this week as the entire Chiefs family rallied behind offensive coordinator Bieniemy. A tragic incident occurred at his home in Virginia, leaving his wife, Bieniemy, hospitalized with serious injuries after being shot multiple times. Head coach Andy Reid stepped up to the podium after Wednesday's practice to deliver the update everyone was waiting for. The name on everyone's heart right now? Bieniemy. Coach Reid confirmed that Mia is doing great, out of the ICU and making positive progress. According to official reports, the couple's 27-year-old son, Elijah Zion Bieniemy, was arrested by local authorities without bond and charged with 3 serious felonies after Mia courageously called emergency services herself. Bieniemy immediately departed training camp in St. Joseph to be by his wife's side and support their other son, Eric Jr. Coach Reid stressed that family always comes first, confirming there is currently no established timeline for Bieniemy's return to the sidelines. In his temporary absence, assistant coaches Joe Bleymaier and Andy Heck have assumed offensive coordinator duties. Reid noted that Bieniemy stays in constant contact with the team and watches practice film in his spare time. How will this temporary coaching shift impact early offensive flow? Drop your thoughts and prayers for the Bieniemy family in the comments below, and hit subscribe to stay updated on every development. The emotional impact on this organization cannot be understated, as Bieniemy has been a cornerstone of the championship culture built in Kansas City. Players and coaches alike have expressed their unwavering support, recognizing that football takes a back seat when real-life tragedy strikes a family member. The resilience of this locker room has been tested before, but overcoming an emotional hurdle of this magnitude requires absolute unity from top to bottom. Andy Reid's steady leadership provides a calming presence during turbulent moments, ensuring the team remains grounded while keeping their coordinator in their thoughts. The coaching staff is working double time to maintain daily schedules, conduct meeting sessions, and refine the playbook so that when Bieniemy does return, the offense will not have missed a single beat. This situation also highlights the deep personal bonds that define the Chiefs' organizational culture under Reid. It is not just about wins and losses. It is about treating every member of the staff and roster like family. Fans across the nation have poured in messages of encouragement, showing that Chiefs Kingdom stands firm behind its leaders during the toughest trials. As the team continues its daily grind on the practice field, the news of Mia's steady recovery brings a massive sense of relief to everyone in St. Joseph. The focus remains on supporting the Bieniemy family through every step of this long recovery process. In the interim, the combination of Bleymaier and Heck taking over the daily play-calling installation brings a unique dynamic to camp practices. Joe Bleymaier's deep familiarity with passing concepts alongside Andy Heck's expert oversight of the offensive line creates a seamless bridge during this transitional period. Patrick Mahomes has already taken on an even larger vocal role on the sideline, acting almost as a player coach to ensure younger receivers master the timing and intricacies of the system. This collective effort demonstrates why Kansas City's foundation remains so unbreakable under adverse circumstances. Every coach on staff understands the standards set by Bieniemy and Reid, meaning the tempo and execution of practice sessions remain intensely competitive. The entire organization is wrapped in solidarity, proving that true championship programs are forged in how they support one another off the field just as much as on it. But as the coaching staff adapts to this unexpected emotional crisis, a completely different battle is unfolding directly on the field, where training camp hype is wildly misleading fans watching from home. Training camp hysteria in St. Joseph is officially at an all-time high, but Chiefs fans need to be extremely careful with practice reports. Early camp updates are notorious for creating false narratives, and the coaching staff uses this time for experimentation rather than setting final depth charts. Scouts called it a necessary trial period, but fans often misinterpret practice rotations as permanent decisions. The identity everyone's asking about? Any player running with the first string over a proven veteran? When a backup gets first-team reps over an established star, it does not mean a position battle has been lost. Andy Reid and his staff intentionally test reserve players alongside Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce to evaluate how they handle high-pressure environments in case injuries strike during the regular season. Furthermore, practice interceptions or defensive lapses are often deliberate risks taken by players to test their absolute physical limits. Highlight plays from young camp sensations like Justin Ross often go viral on social media. Yet true roster spots are earned through day-to-day consistency, playbook mastery, and special teams execution. What really matters in St. Joseph is steady, reliable performance over several weeks of practice. Are you worried about early lineup rotations, or do you fully trust Coach Reid's proven process? Hit that like button right now if you believe in this coaching staff. Understanding the inner workings of an NFL training camp requires looking beyond the superficial headlines and viral video clips that flood social media every afternoon. The coaching staff deliberately creates high-stress scenarios during 11-on-11 drills to force young players into making split-second decisions under heavy duress. A mistake made in late July is a valuable learning tool that prevents a costly turnover in November or January. Patrick Mahomes often uses these early sessions to throw into tight coverage windows he would never attempt in a live game, simply to gauge the reach and recovery speed of his target receivers. Similarly, defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo disguises blitz schemes and coverage shells to test the processing speed of rookie defensive backs. Evaluating depth chart movement requires analyzing repetition percentages over an extended period, rather than focusing on a single afternoon practice session. A veteran player sitting out a series is frequently just getting a routine veteran rest day or allowing a younger teammate to gain valuable snaps against elite competition. The preseason process is a marathon designed to condition players physically and mentally for the grueling 17-game schedule ahead. Fans who panic over a single poor practice report miss the broader strategy at play. Trusting the system means accepting that temporary mistakes are part of the championship blueprint. This mental evaluation is particularly crucial when observing how rookies handle adversity on back-to-back snaps. If a young cornerback gets beat on a deep post route during one period, Spagnuolo will deliberately put him back on the field the very next drive to test his psychological resilience and short-term memory. Physical talent is abundant at this level, but mental toughness is what separates guys who make the final 53-man roster from those who get cut before week 1. The coaching staff measures reaction times, body language, and communication pre-snap far more closely than the actual outcome of an individual practice rep. This disciplined evaluation method has allowed Kansas City to continuously identify hidden gems in late rounds and unheralded free agents year after year. When you watch practice highlights this week, remember that every drill is engineered to test character under pressure. But while internal position testing continues to generate artificial drama among the fan base, a massive external roster decision regarding free agency is driving Kingdom fans absolutely crazy. A front office decision years in the making continues to baffle analysts as Kansas City turns a blind eye to a major defensive opportunity. Reports confirm that veteran pass rusher Jadeveon Clowney is visiting rival teams like the Cleveland Browns, yet general manager Brett Veach shows zero interest in bringing him to Kansas City. The identity everyone's asking about? Jadeveon Clowney, and the locker room already knows. Despite coming off a solid 8.5 sack season in Dallas and offering proven veteran leadership, Clowney remains completely ignored by the Chiefs front office. Kansas City's pass rush ranked in the bottom 10 in total sacks last season, raising serious questions about depth behind the starting defensive line. Instead of signing a 33-year-old journeyman, Brett Veach is placing his full trust in early draft picks Peter Woods and R. Mason Thomas to jumpstart the pass rush. Leaning heavily on unproven rookies is a massive gamble for a team chasing another championship, especially when veteran edge rushers are readily available on the market. Will passing on proven veteran help backfire on Kansas City's defense? Or will the young draft picks rise to the occasion under defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo? Drop your ranking of this pass rush unit in the comments below. The reluctance to pursue a big-name veteran pass rusher like Clowney stems directly from Brett Veach's long-term philosophy regarding salary cap management and roster construction. Investing heavy financial resources in aging veterans often restricts a franchise's ability to re-sign its own homegrown talent when contract extensions become due. Veach has consistently prioritized draft capital and youth, preferring to develop athletic prospects who can grow into high-impact starters on cost-controlled rookie deals. However, the physical demands of playing edge rusher in Spagnuolo's complex defensive scheme require continuous rotation to keep players fresh during fourth-quarter crunch time. Relying exclusively on rookie contributors means expecting them to master complicated scheme assignments while facing veteran offensive tackles every single week. Clowney's track record as a premier run defender and effective pressure generator would theoretically provide an immediate safety net for a unit that struggled to generate consistent heat on opposing quarterbacks last year. Yet, the front office appears firmly committed to its internal evaluation process, betting that young pass rushers will take a dramatic leap forward in their physical development and tactical execution. If Peter Woods and R. Mason Thomas fail to produce early in the season, the decision to ignore proven market options will face intense scrutiny from media and fans alike. Championship windows in the NFL are notoriously short, and passing on available talent is always a calculated risk that can make or break a title defense. Furthermore, Spagnuolo's defensive system places an exceptionally high premium on edge rushers who can set a hard edge against the run while simultaneously executing complex stunt games with interior linemen. While Clowney's veteran instincts make him a plug-and-play candidate for most teams, Veach believes that younger players offer higher upside and greater flexibility across a long season. The coaching staff spent the entire spring working on hand placement and leverage drills with Woods and Thomas, believing their raw physical traits fit Kansas City's aggressive pressing defense. Whether this youthful gamble pays off when facing elite division quarterbacks remains the biggest question mark heading into the regular season. Brett Veach has earned the benefit of the doubt through multiple Super Bowl runs, but skipping veteran depth on the defensive line leaves zero room for error. 3 major stories, 1 critical juncture for Kansas City's season. The coaching staff is displaying ultimate resilience while supporting Eric Bieniemy, the roster is quietly sharpening its core beyond camp hype, and Brett Veach is making a massive wager on youth over veteran experience. If the Chiefs navigate these early challenges, the AFC West will remain under complete kingdom rule. Here is what I need from Chiefs Kingdom right now. 1. Smash that like button if you stand united with Coach Reid and the squad. 2. Drop a comment with your boldest prediction for our pass rush this season. 3. Subscribe immediately because the rival Raiders and Chargers are watching our every move and we are taking over the division. But listen closely because a massive cliffhanger remains. Reports indicate that a key defensive leader just held a private meeting, and what was discussed could completely shift our defensive scheme before Week 1. Meanwhile, the Las Vegas Raiders are quietly clearing cap space to make an aggressive offer to a star free agent we were targeting. Which domino falls first in the AFC West? Stay locked in, hit subscribe, and let's keep Arrowhead roaring louder than ever.